Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. The S&P 500 was up almost 1/3 of 1% today. Got above 6,500 on the S&P, which is a really nice benchmark to get past. Today it seems like most of the action came because they, redid the gross domestic product for the second quarter. There's always a revision that happens, and it was 3%. It moved up to 3.3%, and so again, economy is doing pretty well. Especially I've been talking about for a while. The tariffs actually increase economic activity, especially consumer spending, as everybody's rushing out to try to buy things in advance, and we're still seeing the results of that for the end of June time frame as far as that goes. So market like that now. Not a lot of motion going to happen today because tomorrow's kind of an important day. We're going to get the number from the PCE inflation index, the personal consumption expenditure index. And so what this is, the favored measure from the Fed, the projection is 2.9% growth year over year on the core PCE number, again, not including food and energy. And so that'd be the highest in 5 months. So, continuing to crawl upward. I think if it comes in someplace near, where it's supposed to be, or even lower, you're going to see the market do okay, maybe even well, just because this has to do with the rate cut that's coming in September. Probably the last really important data point outside of the jobs report that'll come out that might have some outsized influence on whether there is a rate cut. Now, the market is betting on an 85% chance of a rate cut. So that could be, if we come out at, some higher number on that inflation, maybe the Fed decides not to do a rate cut because that higher inflation number is there, especially considering we just got a good GDP revision where the economy is doing pretty well. Do we really need to do a rate cut? So tomorrow is going to kind of, I think, make some difference as far as that goes. And so, you're not going to see a lot of money moving into the market before that number comes out, just so we can, feel good about what we see once it comes. So anyway, that's the big thing today. Again, revised GDP and then waiting for this inflation report to come out. Market's still doing great and still moving along pretty nicely. And tech stocks were the leader today. I don't know if you remember, but last week tech stocks were doing pretty poorly, and all the consumer staples and utilities and things like that were doing well. And then, all of a sudden, everything is flipped around exactly the opposite this week, which is not wildly unusual. That's what makes it difficult to trade within those sectors. That's why sometimes it's better to just own the whole thing. At least a chunk of your portfolio should be in the whole thing, that's for sure. So anyway, that's what's happening today. Again, we're going to have our show tomorrow, Talk Money with Tom on YouTube at 12:15 Pacific time. You can ask questions live. I do a summary of what I saw happening in the stock market for the week at the beginning, and then we answer questions as we go. So look forward to being able to see you then. Thank you very much.